Well, welcome, and it's great to have three really good friends from Belmont United Methodist Church with us for this Cornelius Core testimony. We'll have Larry and Mary Kay Cochran and Kay Nicholas, and they've become great friends of mine. Belmont has become a home church for Vicki and me, and has become really a base for the ministry of Cornelius Core here in Richmond. So just very grateful to have them here this evening, and just wanted to ask them how they first connected to Cornelius Core and what it's meant for them in their own journey. So we'll just open this up and take a couple minutes to just respond to those basic questions. So feel free to speak up, and any order we do, that's okay.
Well, I'll go first. I'm Kay Nicholas, and I connected with Cornelius Core through Belmont Race and Reconciliation Project. And also, Jim was coming to church, and I got to meet him there. And so that's where I connected with it, and I began to hear what Cornelius Core was doing. And of course, the first thing I did was go to their website, and I began reading what they were about. And then I felt led to sign up for the daily emails, and I'm reading the blogs, and also checked out the YouTube, sections. And I was really led, as a Black woman and Indigenous. I learned things from a historical perspective that I didn't know. And I also felt just a guidance to daily indulge in the work and the prayer in a greater way through reading the blog, through reading the daily historical emails that are coming, but they also connect it to a current event. And that's what really moved me. And it really has enhanced my walk towards race and reconciliation by having the information there present and available. So I really appreciate the Cornelius Core.
Well, thank you, Kay, and we are very grateful for your witness as well.
Okay, I'll go. Yeah. So I'm Larry Cochran, as Jim mentioned, and I connected with the Cornelius Core as Jim had attended a conference we had in February called the Good Trouble Conference, and got to chat with him a little bit at that conference, and it was just a joy to have him there. And then so shortly after that, Jim and I got together for lunch, and we talked probably for an hour and a half or so, and he shared with me about all that has been done with Cornelius Core and his history of coming down to the Richmond area, and I was just really taken by that. And so and then moving forward, being involved with the small group setting offerings online, the classes with the 1963 class, Why We Can't Wait, and learning so much there from Jim, and then also from the conversations in the small groups that we had, just dialoguing with people. So it's been a great blessing to have Jim and Vicki at Belmont, and they have added so much to the life of our church. And I think for myself, for my own spiritual formation and growth, as I think back of the watching listening to the videos and all through those classes, I was so inspired by the courage of people of faith and how they just held to their convictions in the face of great opposition, but it was all faith-based. And so I'm inspired, and it has encouraged me in my own faith walk to be a more courageous person of faith.
Well, thank you, Larry.
Well, I'm Mary Kay Cochran, and I actually co-chair a Race and Reconciliation Project at Belmont with Kay. And we have been walking together in that ministry at Belmont United Methodist Church for over 2 years. And when you came to Belmont, Jim, first for the Good Trouble Conference, and then you partnered with our church to offer we've offered the one course on the legacy of Birmingham. That was in June. And then we partnered with you for the class, Why We Can't Wait. And what a blessing it's been to have your knowledge, all the resources you've connected us with. And we were just, I think Kay and I were holding our breath. We needed that infusion of knowledge base, just all the things you've already been involved in. And that has been such a great compliment to what we have, where our hearts are and what we've been working on, just in our own little bubble, I guess, at Belmont. And so we are just so thankful that what we heard when you shared the philosophy of Cornelius Core was that, the partnership of spiritual formation and racial reconciliation. And it just resonated so much, I think, with all of us. But being a Christian educator, I especially, I just took that to heart. And I don't think I knew how much my learning in this area has actually helped me grow as a Christian. So what you're doing, and and I also just want to mention the people on your board that participated in our classes. I was so impressed with them. They're just exceptional. Their hearts shone through in everything they shared in those classes. And it was just very impressive. So I appreciate what we've learned from you, from the Cornelius Core opportunities. And I would just like to say that something you shared when you preached on Sunday, the quote from Dr. Martin Luther King, when you said that we're called to be co-workers with God. And that's what I think, I love that that's what this is. And I'm just looking forward to all God can do with us and through us in the coming months and years.
Well, thank you very much, Mary Kay and Larry. And I just want to say that in my experience, any real blessing is a two-way street. And Belmont has been a huge blessing to the life and ministry of Cornelius Core, as well as to Vicki and me, to have a church home that is truly engaged in the calling that we share. So thank you very much, and look forward to staying connected and to moving forward in this work together. So thank you, and God bless.